Well, welcome to it. Today is May the 15th and we are counting our blessings today. We're reading from this book, and today I'm going to introduce you to someone who truly can count her blessings. I've known this young lady for over 20 years now, and she's kind of like a sister to me, kind of like a daughter to me. Very special young lady. And you're going to find out why this is the one person who definitely treats each and every day as a special day and lives. She's the very embodiment of, how does it go? You must live each day in the moment, or treat each day. Every day is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Enjoy. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Tonight I'm so pleased to introduce you to Kimberly Keyzer. It is Keyzer? Keyzer, Kimberly Keyzer. She recently got married, so I'm trying to get used to the surname. And I'll tell you what, I've known Kimberly since she was 8 years old and I was 24 at the time. So it's been a very long time that we've known each other. How old are you now?
I'm 28 now, so a lot older.
Yeah, so you're older now than I was when we met. That's quite a thing. That's quite a thing. So let me tell you just one thing, because today is May the 15th, and Kimberly chose this day to tell us about Stoicism and what inspired her to talk to us on this day. But basically, Kimberly is a survivor. That's her Supergirl power. She's a survivor. I said something else earlier. I said she couldn't be killed, but she's a survivor. Tell us a little bit about yourself there, Kimberly.
Okay, so now that you know my age, I recently got married to the man of my dreams. What is it now? It's been 8 years of knowing him, so it's been a while. I've got a genetic disease called cystic fibrosis, and I was born with it. We discovered it when I was 1 year old. So I was lucky enough to get the medication and the doctors I needed from an early age, which has helped a lot. It has also prevented me during this lockdown from doing anything. I have not gone shopping for months now. No shopping, it's been horrible. It has also meant I'm at higher risk for everything. It's not just this new disease, this COVID-19. It's been the flu season. It's extremely hectic for me. It's just someone's normal cough, cold is a bit more hectic as well. So I've already had these implementations of staying away from sick people, hand washing, hand sanitizers. We've had in our cars and in our handbags for years. It's just how we've always been. So this isn't new to us. A bit more extreme, but not new. So yeah, that's
Okay.
one side of things.
Now, to me, the reason I say you're a survivor is that you've been in and out of hospital, is it 22 times in the last 10 years?
Yeah, thereabouts. In the last 10 years, that is...
Just in the last 10 years. And half of those were near-death experiences.
Yeah, so it's been a bit hectic. I'm lucky now I'm not as hectic as it has been back then. I've actually gotten healthier of using my nebs and my medications properly and always. So that's what's helped. It's gotten me away from being so sick.
Because obviously, as a child, you don't really appreciate the benefits of healthy eating and some sort of using the right medication. I mean, it's kind of a pain, right? It's not cool.
Yeah, no. And especially when you're younger, you don't understand. You can't comprehend it. You don't, yes, they can tell you you're going to be sick, you're going to cough more, or you're going to end up in hospital, but you can't seem to grasp those concepts yet.
Right.
You just play and be with your friends and pass school, And then you hit your teenage years, which for me were my worst. I
Uh-huh.
was very rebellious, and I didn't appreciate what I had. I don't think any teenager at that age is. You're trying to find out who you are still.
Mm,
You're coming to terms that you're not a child, you're not an adult. So you're trying to battle with that.
right.
And now, once you're out of school, you can go, hang on, I'm not old enough to take care of myself.
Yeah.
Or you have a doctor who sits you down and says it, which is what happened to me. I got to what we call the adult ward for CF, and my doctor sat me down. She literally told my mom to keep quiet, and she spoke directly to me. I was in charge. I was the one she was kicking butt. I was the one
Wow.
who all the blame. I was the one who, if something went wrong or I wasn't doing something properly, I was the one who got shouted at. And that's where you realize, hang on, I'm old enough to take care of myself.
Okay.
I'm not old enough to realize if I don't do something, here's the repercussions. I'm
Right.
going to end up sicker. I'm going to end up on oxygen. I'm going to end up in hospital for more weeks. And I'm going to end up on a drip more often. So I'm only putting myself back.
So,
Yeah.
cystic fibrosis, aka CF,
Mm.
and somehow you've managed to pull through, which is lovely. So that alone gives us some reason to count our blessings, right?
Yes.
Okay,
I
I'll
think
tell
in
you what.
itself.
The way we normally do this is that you've picked the day, and since you've picked the day, what we're going to do is, by the way, we're reading from Ryan Holiday's book, The Daily Stoic. That's what you've decided to read from. And so today being May the 15th, we're talking about counting our blessings. So you'll read the primary original text from Marcus Aurelius, who was the kind of Roman emperor at the time. Very wise, very famous, one of the top emperors of all of Roman history. But he was also kind of a humble guy, so Stoic guy. And then I'll tell you what Ryan Holiday's interpretation of that whole thing was. And then I think we can dive into a little bit of what it means for you. Why would you choose that particular topic, that particular day, you know? Tell us a bit more. So if you're ready, I will say to you, let's count our blessings. You talk us through this. You read from us. You read for us.
Okay, so you ready?
Go
Okay,
for
so
it.
firstly, I have it written down in
Oh,
diary on the day. Can you
oh my
see it?
word. All right.
Okay, so I feel quite strongly. I need that reminder actually in my diary. I see it now.
Right.
Okay, and it starts off with don't set your mind on things you don't possess as if they were yours, but count the blessings you actually possess and think how much you would desire them if they weren't already yours. But watch yourself, that you don't value these things to the point of being troubled if you should lose them. By Marcus Aurelius.
Wow. All right. So let me tell you what Ryan Holiday's take on that is. He says, we regularly covet what other people have. We desperately try to keep up with the Joneses. All the while, the Joneses are miserable trying to keep up with us. It would be funny if it weren't so sad. So today, stop trying to get what other people have. Fight your urge to gather and hoard. That's not the right way to live and act. Appreciate and take advantage of what you already do have. And let that attitude guide your actions. So that's what Ryan Holiday is saying. What are you saying? What are you telling us today? Well, what's your take on this?
Well, firstly, the reason I chose this particular day for me was it reminded me of all the things that I have to be grateful for, to be thankful for that I have in my life, and also the things that have helped me get to where I am, to be the person I am today, to be healthy, to be able to do the things I can.
Right.
I think having a genetic illness that is literally deteriorating, that someone can't see it, it's inside, it's your organs, that you have to appreciate your own body, your what is the thing that is keeping you physically here.
Right.
You need to also appreciate.
Uh-huh. So one of the things that came across, so I kind of broke it down, and I was saying to myself, all right, don't set your mind on things that you don't possess as if they were yours. So you look at something and you say to yourself, well, I shouldn't get caught up on something which isn't actually mine. And we're talking about things here, right? I've had this debate, like things, people, don't set your mind on people. No, it's things. Okay, it's things, fine. So you should count the blessings that you actually possess. So that's cool. Now, desire not what you don't have, but you should appreciate what you do have. So how would you interpret that? Okay, so what do you have?
Well, besides having a roof over my head,
All right.
think about I always start with the basics. Think about if you weren't where you were, put yourself literally back on the streets, and now look back at your life.
Mm-hmm.
Your head, major, food in the fridge, a warm bed, major things that are something we would take for granted. You come home from work, you just walk into your house, you grab food from the fridge, have dinner, and go to bed. And those are major things to be grateful for.
Which we take for granted ordinarily.
Ordinarily.
Yeah. So one should literally cultivate a kind of attitude of gratitude. It was said by somebody, right?
Probably. Not sure who though.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Well, you did just say it.
You know what I was wondering though, and this is something sort of what we would call left field. It's coming from somewhere where we hadn't actually discussed this previously. We hadn't spoken about it. But it did get me thinking about visualization